And now, welcome your host, the voice of Hamilton, Mr. Benjamin Gerdik.
Well, hello again, everybody, and a heartfelt howdy howdy to you all. Here we are celebrating the 9th of February. And now, for a couple of funny jokes. Now, how does the ocean say hello? It doesn't. It just waves. Let's see. What creature is smarter than a talking parrot? A spelling bee. And why do birds fly to warmer climates in the winter? Well, because it's so much easier than walking. Anyway, so we have our first guest today, Mr. Frank Pezzorello, followed by a recap of the week in sports, including the Super Bowl, with our co-host, Mr. Colin Hanson. And I also have a riddle for you all that I'll start now, but I'll finish up right at the end. You have 14 brown socks, 14 blue socks, 14 black socks in your sock drawer. How many socks must you remove, without looking to be sure, to have a matched pair? You guys can think about that one, and then we'll come back to that at the end. All right, so without further ado, our first guest. All righty, so our first guest for today is the fantastic Mr. Frank Pezzorello. Mr. Pez, how you doing, my friend?
Great, how are you, Ben?
I'm fantastic. So now a couple questions for you.
Yes.
So now you've lived in Arizona your whole life, haven't you?
I have. I am a native of Arizona.
Wow, what part of Arizona?
Chandler.
Chandler?
Yes.
Wow. But now you have family from New York, don't you?
I do. I have family from Utica, New York, which is upstate between Albany and Syracuse.
Okay. Any family in the city at all, or on the island?
No.
No?
No. They stay away from that part of New York.
Oh, okay. That's where my family's from. Yeah.
Makes sense.
But now you're a Yankees fan.
I am.
Correct.
Yes.
What made you become a Yankees fan?
Well, family being from there, and they were always on TV when I was a kid growing up in Arizona. We didn't have baseball here, so watched the Yankees all the time. Reggie Jackson, who had gone to ASU, was playing for the Yankees, and I just like to, follow excellence. So.
Okay. Now, you are one of the coaches for the varsity baseball team, correct?
I am.
Now, what coach are you?
I am the assistant varsity baseball coach, and I also coach the outfielders.
Oh, nice. Yes. Now, you coached Cody Bellinger, didn't you?
I did not directly coach Cody Bellinger. He was not. He played the infield, but, I'll take credit for all his outfield play because I worked with him once out of maybe 3 years.
Yeah. And now, any big things we should look forward to this season?
Well, we're shooting for our number 7, so that's going to be a big accomplishment for us if we can get that done. We've been here, the three coaches, have been here since we opened, so it's been about 21 seasons together.
Wow.
So it's quite an accomplishment. Coach Woods, of course, has been driving the bus, and Coach Spears and I have been along for the ride the whole time, so it's been a lot of fun.
So now, how long have you been in Hamilton?
Since we opened.
Since we opened.
Yes.
Original cast member, huh?
Yes, sir.
So now I believe it's you, I know Frau Simon, Sally
Would you like me to name them all?
Sure.
Mr. Hermansky.
I know Hermansky.
Miss Ladd. Mr. Gonzalez and Mr. DeBruin.
No kidding. I didn't know
Coach Woods and Coach Spears. Myself. Miss Simon. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really all, we're down to very few.
Yeah.
And I know I'm missing some. Coach Hartwig. Whoever I didn't name, send me an email. I'll take care of it. Sorry. Add you to the list. It's a mental list, and
there you go.
It's fading fast.
Now, have you ever coached any other sports besides baseball?
I have. I am the winningest coach in Hamilton softball history.
No kidding.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you were one of the softball coaches, too.
Well, I was for one game.
Oh, for one
game.
One game.
Yes, I'm 1-0.
Oh, there you go.
We coached the JV softball team while Mr. Randall, who was one of the original members, traveled to, I believe, Spain or somewhere. He went somewhere over break, and so I covered for him, and we beat St. Mary's, I believe, 72-4 or something like that.
Wow.
It was
72.
It was. I don't remember the score, but it was pretty big. It was
huge.
Yeah, it was.
Now, before you go, do you have any funny jokes?
As you put on the paper, no, I do not.
You don't?
I don't,
Or any funny stories?
Why can't you hear the pterodactyl go to the bathroom?
Why?
Because his P is silent.
That works for me.
That's all I got.
Well, Mr. Pez, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, my
Thank you
friend.
for having me, Ben.
Hey, thank you.
Bye, everyone.
All right, and back again with sports. I'm your host, Colin Hanson. Taking a look back at the sporting world this week, only two real things to talk about. One being the major trade between the New York Knicks and the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks acquired Kristaps Porzingis. That's going to be huge for them going into this next season. Other than that, the only real thing to talk about is the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, a very boring, low-scoring game between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams. A rematch of the 2001 Super Bowl, which many argue began the Brady-Patriot dynasty. We hoped it was going to be a very interesting game. Turned out to be very slow-paced and boring. A very much defensive-minded game. It was very interesting to see Bill Belichick go against Sean McVay on the coaching end. Especially when there wasn't a lot to watch on the field. Patriots win, making them now tied with the Steelers, having 6 rings, more than any other team in the NFL. Brady has gotten all 6 of those rings for the Patriots in his 18-year career, now going into his 19th year, and he continues to play on for at least 2 to 3 more years. So it'd be interesting to see if they'll get another ring, perhaps, and just continue to break records. But other than that, not a whole lot to talk about in the sporting world, and now back to your host.
And we are back. And thank you to Mr. Colin Hanson and Mr. Frank Pezzorello for that wonderful interview and the fantastic, happy recap of Sports of the Week. And now, back to the riddle. You have 14 brown socks, 14 blue socks, and 14 black socks in a drawer. How many socks must you remove to have a matched pair? Think you got it? Well, you have to have 4. You will have a pair of one color or another. Think you got it? Well, there you go. And that'll do it for the show today. Be sure to tune in next Friday at Hamilton High School Media YouTube channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment any suggestions you have for the next videos. We will be uploading at noon every Friday from now on. Thank you all, and we'll see you all right back here very soon. So long, everybody.